Boom. There we go. Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 4 of Respect the Shooters podcast. I am your host, Rasheed Wright. Alongside with me, my co-host, Kenny KY Younger. And we have a special guest in here today, Benoit Dujardin, all the way from France, man. It is. What up, Benoit?
Yeah, I'm cool.
We doing this at a special time to try to work around everybody's schedule, but it is midnight here, 11 o'clock where Kenny is, 6 o'clock in the morning where Benoit is. All right, so we really appreciate Benoit waking up early this morning, come on here and talking some mess with us, but we're used to it. Just to give a little bit of background information, we met Benoit, man, 2009? 2008.
2007 for Kenny and 2008 for you.
Okay, yeah. Yes. So Benoit comes from Poitiers, France, also the city where my second daughter was born. But Kenny played in Poitiers before me. Benoit started first he really came out there with your camera. I'm gonna let you explain that, Benoit. Break it down how you got started with Poitiers and how you met us and everything.
Yeah. So hi guys, I'm really excited to be in this podcast because I've seen the first episodes and trying to be good. I was working with Poitiers and I started doing the end of season documentaries, telling the season of the club. And I did one with Kenny the first year because he came to Poitiers and took us to the finals. The first year he came here, so it was great. And the next year we started a web series, which was called Vie mon match, which you would translate like live my life as a basketball player or something like that, or live my game. And so I met you guys. I remember the first time I've seen you, Rasheed. It was in the horse competition. You remember? We went to some place to see horses run.
With the racetrack.
Yeah.
Where?
Near Poitiers, and
I know exactly what you're talking about. We had to go to that horse track for that event.
Yeah, and I remember talking to you about some basketball stuff about old players, and I have a vivid memory of you telling me that, oh, you know your shit about basketball, because I was talking about players in the 90s.
Right, okay.
You were looking at me like, who's this guy? And already, Kenny was already my guy, so he said, okay, this is Benoit.
Yeah, Benoit was cool back then.
Yeah,
I didn't
really know who Benoit was. I was like, man, who is this Marty McFly looking dude, man, with the camera?
Hey, you know that I have a cat right now.
Oh,
I just had a cat like 6 months ago, and his name is Marty.
Wow. But I will tell this just to all our viewers. I have a lot of respect for Benoit. Benoit is one of the first people for real who thought it would be a good idea to start capturing some of this French basketball stuff on video and on tape and putting it on the internet and trying to spread the word and spread the awareness about French basketball. And now he kind of does everything when it comes to like the French national team and that Vie mon match web series. Y'all can go to YouTube or Daily Motion and still find all of those episodes, Vie mon match. And people started watching that for real. It became a really big deal around France, man, and I really appreciate it. Like my daughter still will pull some of those episodes up on YouTube, and it's crazy because like Rain was like 2 years old, man. Like, you know, and to see them now and just see how we were then, it was a big deal, and I would say there's a lot of things that have changed in French basketball because of Benoit, from how the names of the teams are written on the jerseys now. To how clubs are realizing how important it is to have some type of media where they put out for their fan base to be able to access the team and access the lives of the players, not just come to the games and watch the games. So, man, I don't know how much recognition you get for that, but I recognize it, dog. Salute. The French definitely need that.
And you know what made my fame? Is you being topless at the end of almost every game, showing your muscles.
I was not topless at almost every game, man. Hey, look, when you keep
the first game you played in Poitiers, you ended topless, man. Okay, you hit the jumper at the buzzer, but
Yes.
you ended topless.
Now we got to get some context to this for everybody watching. I used to take my shirt off.
Stop
Benoit,
this.
can you see this clapping hands Kenny putting up?
Yeah. Like you get it.
Look, I used to take my shirt off. I only took my shirt off after I hit buzzer beaters. It's not my fault that I used to hit buzzer beaters. But you know what? That first buzzer beater that I hit in Poitiers, man, that actually meant a whole lot to me. It probably meant more to me than people realize.
Wait. What first one you talking about?
The first buzzer beater I hit at Poitiers was the first home game.
Against I don't know, against that old guy. He was like 40-something years old. On that 40-something-year-old guy, he was. I ain't trying to be funny. I'm being serious. Remember he was. What team?
Yeah,
they were yellow.
First of all, he wasn't 40.
It was Evra, right?
Huh?
I think it was Evra.
Yeah, it was Evra. Yes.
They were yellow. Yeah, that dude was like 45 years old.
No, first of all, he was not 45 years old. Second of all, he had game. His son is a baller too now, and he actually played college.
Oh, was that Kenny Hayes?
Huh? Yes.
That Hayes? Okay, his son is going to the NBA, man.
Yeah, I'm serious. You know what's crazy about
that? You were playing against his daddy, boy. What you talking about his son for?
Man,
He was
anybody.
doing a 45-year-old.
Guess what? I don't care who in front of me when it's time to eat. I don't care who is in front of me when it's time to eat. They're getting eaten. Okay? Now, but the funny thing about that is I didn't know that then, but he played college basketball with a guy who coached me. They played at Penn State together. One of his teammates coached me growing up.
Oh, like in 1940 or something like that?
Man, here you go. Kenny, you old as hell. I ain't even in my 40s yet. You can't talk no shit. I'm not in my 40s.
Right.
His name was Deron Hayes.
Yeah, Deron Hayes.
Yeah,
Deron Hayes played.
Yep.
He played college basketball with a dude named Freddie Barnes, who actually one of my mentors, man, from my city. Played basketball at Penn State, and that was a unique connection that I made way after, that game or whatever. But the reason why that was important to me is because I had just came from Vichy, and I had a tough season in Vichy where I felt like I wasn't used the way I should have been used. And so I had a lot to prove when I came to Poitiers. And it just so happened that first game in Poitiers, I really didn't have that great of a game. If y'all remember, it wasn't like I had no great game.
I know.
Actually, the whole team didn't play well. It was a shitty game.
Thank you,
The end was great, but it was a shitty game.
Thank you, Benoit. And that shot for me. Say what?
I would recommend you put the link in the description because I have a video of this game.
Okay.
So people will be able to see it.
We'll do that. Benoit, if you can send me the link after we get done, I'll make sure it's on this video so everybody can go down and click the link.
And see you naked.
Yeah.
But when I hit that shot, it was like, I'm here. That's what was going through my mind. Like, I felt like I had a lot to prove that season.
Yeah, because I was about to tell Rudy to trade your butt back to where you came from.
Man.
Like, Rudy, man, get this guy back.
First of all, I was brought in to win since y'all couldn't win before I got there.
Wait.
Okay.
When you got there, well, we winning for you got there. Whoa, we winning for you got there.
My bad, Benoit. I forgot Kenny a LeBron James fan, and it counts when you almost win. You know what I mean?
Whoa, wait a minute. What did you win when
you get to the show, even if you don't win, you still get some credit.
Let me ask you a question. Had you even been to the show before that?
No.
Shut your ass up then.
What does that mean?
I'm just saying you wouldn't even be able to get there.
That's the same thing.
We needed the experience. We had to learn how to win. Ain't that what you said? You got to learn how to win. That's what we already knew how to win by then. We could have put Benoit your spot in one of them.
First of all, that ain't true.
Yeah, I'm not in this discussion.
First of all, that's not true. Second of all, I chose Poitiers. I had some other options. I chose Poitiers because it was a group of guys there that I've been playing against them ever since I was in France, all of them. And that same core group of guys were together, and I felt like I could win. I knew you and Tommy had played together. I knew y'all had went to the finals the year before. And Pierre-Yves, Guillaume, Gomez, Sylvain, Jan, I've been playing against them since 2003. You know what I mean? So I knew there was a group of guys who knew how to play together. And coming from Vichy, I learned how to win in Vichy, to be honest with you, from Jamal and that whole group of guys, Dunya, David Melody, that whole group. They had just won Pro B the year before, and so even though I had like a rough year statistically, I learned how to win being around that group, and when I saw another group, I felt like I could adapt to that.
But you didn't win your year in Vichy, right?
That was their first year in Pro A.
Oh, okay.
We
so
finished.
You learned how to win from them losing.
No. First of all,
figure it out.
First of all, normally that is how you win. First that is how you learn.
So when I said it, it don't count. But then when you said it, matters.
That's not what you said. I'm not gonna give you a round of applause just because you got there. Okay.
I'm not gonna clap
the Vichy team won the Pro B championship. And then when I got there, they picked us to finish second to last. We finished 7th, made the playoffs, and we lost to Nancy, the team that won it that year.
Oh, okay.
All I'm saying is that experience helped me learn how to win.
Oh, well, we were supposed to finish out of the playoffs. We went to the finals and lost in the finals. But since y'all made the playoffs, y'all should be happy about that. But it's okay.
Okay, we was in Pro A.
I don't care who he was at. Whoever's in front of me, I'm going to kill him. That's what you said, right?
But you didn't kill him.
Yeah, we did. We talking about got to the game, got to the end. Hey, they got lucky.
And didn't kill him.
Hey, at least we got out the first round.
Who does that sound like? Did that sound familiar, Benoit?
You just said experience. You needed experience. Now, when it comes to you, it don't count. But when it comes to us,
no, we didn't win.
That sound like
I ain't making no excuses. We did not win.
They brought me in to win, but you was a loser before that, huh?
I was.
Oh, okay. Well,
I was.
That's a moot point then.
But so were you, Kanye Wright?
Yeah. Nah, I was no loser. Hell no. Not me, not your boy. I had a cup win in some other countries. I'm good.
See, look.
Some other countries.
He in Timbuktu. Ain't nobody taller than 6'4", and now he talking about he got a cup win.
Nah, man, you crazy. Don't be hating on my game, baby.
I ain't hating on your game.
That's your first W.
I ain't hating on your game. Championship's hard to come by.
I know. I got one. How about you?
We got one together.
Yeah, so you better say thank you.
No, you better say thank you.
I could have sent you. No, I told Rudy to send you home. Rudy kept asking me, "You like him? You like him?" I'm like, "Yeah." All right.
See, I'm about to kill him in a second. Okay.
You guys have to tell everybody who's Rudy because they don't know about the turtle guy.
So, Rudy was our coach. Rudy Dujardin was the head coach of Poitiers at the time that me and Kenny played. The time that Benoit was there. He's also, I think, he's still the assistant national team coach, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, of the French national team. So that's the Rudy we're speaking of. But Kenny, don't see you. I'm trying not to go there, okay? But
go where? What are you talking about? Go where?
You know, some people only can play well in certain gyms. You know what I mean? And for some reason, when you walk in Bercy, I don't know. It's like, Kenny, where you go?
No, come on. The first year, he was great in Bercy the first year.
The year y'all lost?
Yeah.
It's real great. Real great.
He was the only one playing, actually.
It wasn't no 7-game series. Don't they have three? They play 3-game series now, right?
Yeah.
See, we didn't get all that. We could have won the next two, but shoot.
Yeah. I mean, who is playing is show up and show out.
Huh? What happened?
Benoit, so what you got going on right now, man? Let me give you opportunity to talk about what you're doing right now, man.
No, first I got to give you some love, guys, because I really like your show, and it reminds me. I already told you, Rasheed. It reminds me the back of the bus when we were going or coming back from the games.
Right.
And it was exactly this type of talks.
Right.
And I really had a great time every time I came with you guys, because it actually helped me understand the American culture, and in some other level it helped me understand about black and white issues, because I've never been exposed to racism.
Right.
Because this is another topic maybe for another day, but when you are not a racist, you are not exposed to racism, so you don't really know it's around you. And we had some great talks about this shit, and also lighter talks about. You told me about Dave Chappelle and stuff like that, and I really like. Yeah. And I've seen. So I know we're going to talk about Kanye, and I've seen some stuff about Dave Chappelle talking about Kanye. So I really loved you guys at that time. Now I just love you, Rasheed. I hate you, Kenny, about this LeBron James stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And as far as what I'm doing right now, I'm mainly growing my business, not only for basketball but also for companies. And I've been working with the French national champion, Le Mans.
Okay.
We won the title last year, and I just had a documentary go online on YouTube.
I saw that. That was LeBron James' teammate in high school, right?
I was about to talk about it with Kenny.
Yeah.
Romeo Travis was the center, and he was the guy that was the center for St. Vincent St. Marion. St. Mary's, or what was the name of this team?
St. Mary's.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, and the guy is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And he's getting his Air Jordan, his LeBron James shoes. No, he's getting his Nike. This is one of the stuff that I was told in Le Mans. It blew my mind. He's getting like big bags of Nikes every month, and he's got a contract because he's a friend of LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of the parts of the stuff that I like about LeBron.
Yes.
The small part about what I like about him is sharing the wealth.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
So you work exclusively with Le Mans?
No, as far as basketball, I'm working with Le Mans and with the National League, the French League, and I've been working with Bourg-en-Bresse, who won the title in Pro B like 2 years ago.
Okay.
So I've never been playing in professional level, as many of you may get from how I look. But I have many titles on my resume as a marketing guy. So
got you. So teams are like reaching out to you for help with marketing.
Yeah, and last year with Le Mans, before I worked with them, they were averaging like 4,600 people at every game.
Mm-hmm.
And last year they went up to 5,400. So we won like 800 people every game.
That's good, man.
And if you multiply it by 17 home games and by $15 to $30 a game, you can imagine I helped make that.
That'll help you budget a little bit.
Yep.
That's what's
so
up,
does
man.
winning. So does winning. It helps a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think it goes hand in hand, though.
Understand. Yeah.
Kenny, si tu continues à parler comme ça, je veux parler que en français et moi, on peut parler sans parler avec toi.
C'est fini, Kenny. Tu sors de la discussion. Maintenant, c'est que nous deux, OK? And you know what? The funniest part is that he understands everything in French. And I remember when he was in Poitiers, he was like, "Oh, I'm dumb. I don't understand French." And he was like, you could see in his eyes.
He understands when he wants to understand.
Yeah,
that's true. Y'all was getting on my damn nerves. So I didn't understand. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Every time he needs something, he understands.
Right.
Of course.
Hey, Benoit, I'm still working on this book, man. You know, 4 daughters and a nonprofit company and a basketball training business and all these other things that I have going on. I had to put that down for a little bit, but once I get it done, I'm coming back. I'm coming overseas with the book, and I want to do a little tour and
what kind of book?
Huh?
What kind of book?
You didn't know I was writing a book?
No, I didn't know you writing a book. What kind of book?
Okay, it's kind of like a I don't want to say biography. It's more based on my experiences.
I'm in your book, dog. I need a cut. No, sir.
Now you will be in the book. The title of the book is Reflections, La Boucle Bouclée. And in French, La Boucle Bouclée is an expression that means coming full circle. So it's just based off me getting to France at 22, leaving at 35, and how I grew and the things that happened to me within that time frame. Not so much basketball, but I want somebody who's American or somebody who's from the United States who's reading the book to kind of have a better understanding of what it means when we say, hey, we play ball overseas. and I want a person from France who's reading it to have a better understanding of what it means when we come over there and play. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people really understand what we sacrifice, what we give up, what we deal with on a daily basis. They just see the basketball part. You know what I mean? But it's a lot more that goes into that. A lot of adapting that we have to do.
How in depth is this book?
It's where it needs to be. It's informative. It's a great story, okay? And it stays right there.
And Rasheed.
Yeah.
When you told us you'd like an American to read it and to know more about French basketball, are you talking about like someone coming from Brazil?
Well, it's
edit right here. You said American, and you were meaning.
See, you heard me. I changed it. I changed it because I caught myself. I've been trying to do that too. And for anybody,
because you told us about that in the podcast, and you don't apply it to yourself.
You didn't hear me just edit that myself. I said American, then I said people from the United States.
Okay.
Because I've been trying my best to change that in the way I speak, and I'm a victim of it too. You know, I was taught the same way.
Can I give you my 2 cents on that topic?
Yes.
Because let me
explain what it is first.
Yeah.
For anybody who didn't see our first podcast, it's basically I was breaking down how people from the United States call themselves Americans, which we are Americans, but we come from North America just like Canadians and Mexicans. And really, America is one place broken into 3 parts. So if you go to Europe and you're in France, Italy, or Spain, those are all different countries, but we call all of those people Europeans. That applies to Africans. No matter what country you are, you call all those people Africans. When you go to Asia, no matter what country you are in, you call all of those people Asians. But when you come over here to the Americas, we don't call Mexicans and Canadians and Brazilians Americans, even though they live in America. You know what I mean? So I've been trying, when I'm referring to the United States of America, we don't even have a word that's just for us. So I try to say it in a way that speaks specifically to our country and not act like we are the whole Americas. Go ahead, Benoit.
Yeah, and you know that you guys do that on many stuff. So, for example, when you play the NBA Finals and you win it, you're the world champion.
Yes.
What the fuck with that?
You tell me one team that can beat them, though.
But that ain't the point.
But you cannot compare to other people if you don't play against them.
Okay, if you want that whooping, you can take it.
Listen, the team that wins the NBA championship
is the NBA world champions.
No, I think they are probably the best team in the world. But they're NBA champions. Just
NBA
like
world champions.
They're NBA champions. Just like in baseball, they are the MLB champions. In football, they're the NFL champions. You cannot say you're the world champion if you have not played against the world.
Yeah, and you're playing the World Series? What's up with that?
It's not the World Series, Doc.
In baseball,
in soccer, in soccer, when they're playing the World Cup, it's really the World Cup. Every country is playing.
I mean, what you mean, but you can't do that though because you say the NBA, but you got European players over there too. So how are you supposed to pull that off? If you got European players playing in your league, that's a world game.
Kenny, so you won the Pro B title, so you're the Pro B world champion because you're
damn right. So hey, I ain't get my ring. You can take that medal back, give me a ring. France will be world champs.
Listen, I've been retired for 2 years. Kenny been retired for 6. He done been back over here too long, Benoit. He done fell right back into the poison, man.
Just saying.
You know exactly what we saying. You're not the world champ if you didn't play against world teams.
I mean, hey, got global teams. People from all over the world are on these teams. That's all I'm saying. So
like every league in the world, you have people from different countries, but that doesn't mean you're the world champion.
I mean, that's why it's prefaced by they put the NBA in the front. That's why they say NBA world champion, man. Because they're gonna
probably world champion is good. Yeah.
Hey, if you find me a T-shirt, I'll wear it.
Okay, I'll do that, man. And you'll wear it on the show.
I'll wear it, man. Rasheed don't send out no shirt, so it don't matter.
So
hey, look, I'm working on those. Hey, Benoit, I'm working on those Respect the Shooter T-shirts too, man. I had some people ask me about them. So the guy, and look, even this shirt right here too. He made this one. This is coming to get more graphics. He does all about AAU T-shirts and training business T-shirts. So once we get them up, I'll send you one too, man.
Hey, you need to tell this guy that he's really talented, and I know what I'm talking about. It's my job. So this guy is really talented.
Okay, cool.
And the other guy, the bald guy on the video right there, is just talking shit. Okay. What about Pro B World Champion? Yeah, right. Okay, Kenny.
Don't hate.
Man.
Don't hate.
Okay,
you put some subscribe.
Huh?
Subscribe or something?
Yes, subscribe. If you're watching this video, please hit that subscribe button. Also, that little bell, hit that too, so you'll get notifications on your phone whenever we upload a video. So you ain't gotta wonder when it's coming out. You'll know when it's coming out. All right. So let's change the page a little bit. This is gonna get into a little fun topic. Our first topic today, we're gonna talk about Kanye West. We talked about Kanye the last podcast, and he's at it again. And so all three of us have watched the whole video. If you have not watched Kanye's video when he sat down with Donald Trump, please do that. And this is one thing that I've been trying.
Watch it.
No, please, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it, man. I'm gonna tell you. This is why you gotta watch it, because a lot of times we formulate opinions on excerpts of things that we see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see a little sound bite, or we'll see a couple sentences. They'll put that out. We'll watch that, and we'll formulate opinions on that without watching the whole thing. And I just think it's important, especially when somebody is saying something differently than you, or who believes something differently than you, that you see the whole thing so you can get the whole context of what they're talking about before you formulate opinion. Now, with that said, Kanye tripping, dog. Kanye tripping. Dog, what's wrong with him?
I called it. I told you the dude is nuts. I called it and I told you. You talking, nah, he a higher thinker. He on another level. The dude's crazy. He crazy.
No, well, listen, I still think he's a deep thinker, man. But I think a lot of things are, I want to give y'all my opinion and I'll let y'all take it from there. But I really think a lot of things are happening at the same time. First of all, Kanye West does not speak for black people. Okay, I don't know what make him think that he does not speak for black people. He's not the voice for black people. But he is one of the musicians or rappers, one of the few that was able to articulate our plight in music in a very creative way. And he came from the bottom. He was a producer. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't even believe he could rap at first. And so I've always been a fan of his music, and I've always been a fan of his message. Now, when his mom passed, man, and I ain't trying to talk about that man's mom or that situation because I know that's a sensitive situation, but I feel like when his mom passed away, he changed. I feel like he changed. I think that like trauma is a very real thing, man. And I think that when you deal with stuff in your life and you don't have the right people around you, the right support system, you can go off the deep end. And I think that after losing his mom and then being involved with a family whose whole brand is about money and fame and public opinion and all the things that are not real things of substance, he's lost his way. And when you listen to that interview, man, he's all over the place. Like he said some profound things in there, but at the same time, he's rambling and he's wearing the "Make America Again" hat, and I don't know, man. I don't know. I still don't want to throw him in a trash can, but he wilding, man. What you think?
He is wilding. I mean, ain't nothing you can say. He is all over the place, but he's not thinking that stuff through. He's just talking and throwing out stuff. And the aggravating part is like when, like, let's say Kaepernick's kneeling, LeBron's building schools, or they speak out about something. It's shut up, don't say nothing, play your sport. He says something about them that's positive, and he's on that side of the fence. I ain't seen not one person that told the other people to shut up, told him to shut up and just make music. That's the frustrating part. It's a double-edged sword, and they're winning on both sides. When you go against them, you're wrong. When you do the same thing and you're for them, they praise you for it. And it's crazy because he doesn't make any sense. He's ignorant to a lot of the issues, I feel like, and he doesn't care because he has so much money. If he didn't have that money and he had them kids out in the hood, in the streets where they were struggling, and about the Medicare and all these situations, if he had those kind of problems or ever really like that, then he might be more inclined to be like, hey, I need to see, I really don't see what's going on. But since he's sitting in a mansion, he don't care. He can act crazy if he wants to. He can wear a red hat. He got an album coming out. He need publicity. Let me go fool with Trump right quick. He going to put me on. I'm going to be on TV in the White House. Everybody going to talk about it. They're going to buy my albums. I won't buy nothing from him again. I won't. He won't get $1 from me. Not one single one.
From your vantage point, Benoit from France, how do you see this? What's your opinion?
I've just seen a white Trump with black Trump, maybe. What's not really funny about this situation is that I think that Kanye is clinically bipolar, right?
Yes.
He's being diagnosed. He really looks like he's on a bipolar high. So I won't judge him because it's about mental illness. And so what's troubling is that nobody just stopped him for talking. And what's also troubling is that Trump put him in front of cameras while he's on in a weak moment of his life. So I think it's a really, really bad sight. Mm-hmm. And when he was talking about making Trump look good, so everybody looks good in America, I don't know what bullshit he was talking about.
What are you talking about?
And what was this plane?
Hydrogen plane. I don't know what he's talking about.
No, he was talking like it was the new iPhone, or something from Apple, or I didn't really understand what he was talking about.
Something about a hydrogen plane or something like that. Wasn't it something like that? Like he can make a plane that's hydrogen and
he was trying to say he the president of the United States, so he supposed to be fly. So it was just.
Yeah, but don't you think that the real problem in that is both Trump like letting this guy humiliate himself in front of everybody, and maybe letting him do because he was a black guy or I don't know, and what was the name of the other guy next to
Jim Brown? That's. Do you know who Jim Brown is?
I've seen him, but I don't know if he's an actor or a football player or.
Jim Brown is probably one of the. At one point, he's like black superhero, man. He's probably one of the best athletes to ever play any sport. He played football back in the day where they ain't really have no pads on, and he running through people like a Mack truck, man. Like he had all the Russian,
What's his name already?
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown.
He has all of Hall of Fame running back. He broke all the records. He was the first great running back who retired a little early and then pursued a career in acting. And so then he started to do movies and everything. And then after that, man, Jim Brown has been really great in black neighborhoods, poor black neighborhoods, going into gang neighborhoods, helping kids out. I mean, his track record with helping young kids who have been locked up, who are in gangs, who are on drugs. You can't really say nothing about it because he's done a lot of great things. But I don't know. This isn't the first time. He was one of the first people to meet with Trump once Trump got elected. And, look, people make their own decisions. If I had the opportunity to go sit across from Donald Trump and have a conversation, I wouldn't do it. And it's not because I'm against you. It's because I would feel like you're going to use my presence as a way to say, look, black people, I got a black person in front of me. You understand what I'm saying? And to me, that whole interview with Kanye West, like Jim Brown was sitting there, I don't even know why. Kanye was just rambling. And to me, Donald Trump didn't agree with nothing that he was saying. It's almost like he was sitting there like, yeah, keep going. Yeah, look at this. He's great. Look, Kanye gets it. And I'm like, what? Like, to me, in our country, with the history that the United States has with racial issues, we cannot afford to be in that position, sitting in front of the president, sitting in front of somebody like Donald Trump with the things that he's said and the things that he's done, and not have a very serious conversation. You know what I mean? Like, the thing that was disgusting to me was he was stepping and fetching, man. He was tap dancing. He was putting on a show. It's like he was a puppet. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, man, why are you lowering yourself? And maybe it is his mental health. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it is he has some real issues. The medicine that he's on or whatever it has really taken him to a place that he can't control. But have you seen the movie Get Out, Benoit?
Yeah.
You know, that movie, I thought that was a great movie. You know what I'm saying? As far as what Jordan Peele was trying to say. But Kanye, yo, look, I don't know if Mama Kardashian sitting there hitting the spoon like this or what, dog. But something's going on, man. Like, and I really, and I want to, and this is the honest truth. This is why I have a problem just saying F Kanye. I ain't even talking about Kanye no more, because I feel like, especially in the black community, when you have an opportunity to get to higher levels and you are exposed to different things, sometimes how you view something or your perspective changes. And a lot of times when a black person's perspective changes because they've seen more, when they say things that are unpopular to the black community, we throw them in the trash can. You a sellout. You were, without even listening to what they're saying. You know what I mean? And I think that's the same thing happened to Steve Harvey. Do I think Steve Harvey should have went up there and talked to Donald Trump? No. His wife and his friends told him he shouldn't have did that. But when he did that, everybody was just ready to kill him. All black, forget Steve Harvey. You understand what I'm saying? And I just think that we still have to listen to each other. So I am trying to understand Kanye, but it's a bad look, man, all the way around.
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
So the situation was totally crazy, and in my opinion, is the responsibility goes to Trump because he's organizing the meeting and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. What would have happened if Barack Obama had been hosting a rapper that was behaving like this, like crazy, like saying motherfucker and stuff like that? Mm-hmm. What would white people have said in America? I think it would have been all about, our president is crazy, or what the fuck is going on, or
yeah, he disgraced the White House. I see, this is what happened when you let somebody like that be president. He'd have got all that backslide. See, the problem with
are you allowed to touch the president?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Look, if he's sitting in the Oval Office, he's been vetted and patted down. I mean, like the security that he had to go through to be able to just sit right there. So they probably won't worry about anything. But this is another problem that I have with what Kanye was saying, and anything when it comes to race and the history of slavery in this country. If we're not going to have a very real conversation about what it was and the effects of it and how that still plays out today, then let's not talk about it at all. We can't talk about, and listen, I wasn't a slave, and I don't know any white people who were slave owners. You understand what I'm saying? But the fact that those things happen still affects us today. And we cannot talk about racial issues from a 0-0 standpoint, from an equality base. Nothing has ever been equal. You know what I mean? And that just is what it is. But when he's up there saying, like, talking about what black people have a problem with, dog, come on, man. Call it what it is. Call it what it is. And Benoit, you might have heard me say this before, but we talked about this on the podcast before. Man, our parents grew up in Jim Crow. Our parents, you know what I mean? Our parents grew up not being able to drink out of water fountains, not being able to have all their rights. You understand what I'm saying? So we're not that far removed. So if we're going to have a conversation about this in front of the president, somebody who could not understand what that means at all, then have a real conversation. You can't wear Make America Great. But see, that's what I mean when I say he's in there somewhere. Did you hear when he said black people have a problem with the word again? That's true. Because in that Make America, that slogan, that's the word I have a problem with. Again. Because if we're going to make America great again, I need you to let me know when it was great before. Let me know that time frame so I can go back and we can talk about where you're trying to take us back to. Because when you say make America great again, you're saying we're going back somewhere. And as a black person in the United States, I ain't trying to go back Okay?
Or maybe 3 years ago, right?
Maybe 3. Hey. You know what I'm saying? But in that same thing, Kanye was like, you heard him when he said, I brought some hats that I made that says Make America Great. So in a weird way, I feel like he's trying to bring two opposing sides together. In a weird way. When I'm listening to when he says I want to bring Colin Kaepernick to the White House, what else could he be trying to do?
For what?
I think it's no. Listen, I ain't with him at all, but I'm just trying to understand what he's saying. Like some of the things he said was real rap. Like when he's talking about abolishing the 13th Amendment, okay? He spoke about that again, okay? He misspoke, but he said something that was profound and that was true. When they wrote the 13th Amendment in and said slavery was abolished or illegal, except if you're convicted of a crime. At that very time, it was illegal for black people to read. So if a black person read the 13th Amendment, they'd go to jail. You see how crazy that is? You know, but that is the United States. That right there, that thing right there is who we are as a country. It's made to look one way when it's actually another way. And I'm hoping that we can move away from that the older we get as a country. But when people like Kanye do things like this, to me, it sets us back because somebody who does not understand the black community or understand the historical context of this country, they could look at that and be like, "Oh, it ain't that bad. Look at Kanye. He's an elevated black person. You know what I mean? He's intelligent. He has money." I'm just saying somebody who wouldn't know. You understand what I'm saying? It makes us look bad. It makes the country look bad, and I think it helps Donald Trump. And they both doing the same thing. If you ask me, he got Kanye West has an album that's about to come out. The midterm elections about to happen for Donald Trump. You know what I mean? We about to vote. He trying to sell an album. To me, you got two salesmen sitting up there saying a whole bunch of nothing, man.
Yeah, but who's buying Kanye West's albums? Not white people. Not people voting for Trump.
They will now. He think they
really
will
think
now. If Trump endorsed him, why not? He's probably thinking like, yeah, they're gonna buy it or buy some songs off it and just see what he's talking about. If he talking like that,
I think people will still buy his album. I think he's lost a huge black base, but I think he has a large white base that will still buy his album.
Hey, by the way, don't generalize. It's not because some white people like Trump that every white people like Trump, okay?
No, that's the truth.
Oh, no.
You felt like I was saying all white people like Trump?
No, you just said, okay, because he went to Trump, white people are going to buy his album, and I'm not going to buy his album. I'm not American, so but...
No. I was saying, even before he went there, I just think that Kanye West has a large white base, too. If you're in the United States and you're very successful at music, that means white people buy your music too. You know what I mean? Black people are 13% of the population. It ain't just us buying that. You know what I'm saying? If you number one on the charts, you have a wide range of audiences.
Don't you think? Don't you think? Since more people voted against Trump than for Trump, don't you think he's gonna lose some of his revenue, Kanye, because he's gonna increase his base, right? And not just his black base, his white base.
I definitely think he's gonna take a hit. How much of a hit? The United States is weird, man. Trump is the president. Okay, I mean, if you would have asked me before he was president, if a guy stood up and said some of the things he said and done some of the things he's done, could he have been president? Never been a politician or anything? Could he have been president of the United States? I'd have said no. But now, I don't know, man. Anything's possible, I guess.
And is that a good thing that anything is possible? I'm not sure.
I don't think it's a good thing, but I think it is. I think it's a natural thing. And I think it's happening all over the world, to be honest with you. I think you can see it in France. I think for so long, you've had a structure to say, this is how we're going to do it. And I think with the boom of the internet, giving your average person a voice, more people are thinking for themselves, challenging status quo, challenging things that they've been taught the whole time. You know what I mean? And so I think you're going to have a wave of kind of mess, and hopefully on the other side it smooths out into some semblance of normal. But I'm not sure, man. It's a scary time.
It's still an issue of education, because now that you have the internet, you have educated people that can go through stuff and like sort out what's right and what's wrong and what's true and what's false. And you have so many people uneducated that just will believe anything. And I think the Trump voters are just uneducated and just following how can you grab them by your pussy? Really?
Yeah. Because part of the problem is a lot of his base and those people only hear that side, and that's all they want to hear. They don't want to listen to the other side of the argument and say, okay, this one. Trump said this, and this is what he said is going to happen to me. That's what I believe. I don't care what they're saying. What they're saying over there doesn't even matter, doesn't count. It doesn't matter if I don't got health care. Trump said I'm going to get it. So they don't care. Oh, Trump said they're going to tax breaks, they're going to give them to me. I don't care what they're talking about over there. What they're saying over there, they're not my party, they're not my people, they're lying. So I'm going to believe him. And he's just like, yeah, you believe me. And they just keep on stealing from him and taking whatever he's going to take.
Yeah, but so when you are educated, you are taught to listen to both sides and make your own opinions, right?
No. I mean, to a certain degree you are. No. To a certain degree you are. He's saying, but look, Rasheed, when you're educated, you learn to do that. But when somebody, you don't learn to go look up research feed. They tell you to go look it up and find out for yourself. Find out the facts for yourself. People always teach you that.
I'm not saying that I've never been taught that, but here in the United States, I believe that we're taught to think one way. And I think that, and I'm not talking about right or wrong right now. I think that people who voted for Hillary Clinton are very similar mindseted people who voted for Donald Trump. Not on the issues, but if you were like, I'm not watching Fox News. If you're against Fox News, I think you should be watching Fox News too. I think you should be watching everything and then formulate your own opinion. If you think a certain way because you say, hey, I'm a Democrat or I'm a Republican, it's just like in France, left or right. If you're like that, you can be manipulated by your party. The people might seem educated, but if they know, and I think that's what politicians do all the time. They speak to their base. They speak to the people they know who are going to vote for them, and they say what they want to hear. And most people do not have perspective. Most people are not going to look at both sides of the issue. They're going to look at the side that feels more comfortable to them, and they're going to stay right there. And I think that's dangerous.
It is, but let me ask you this. Let's say we get somebody different in power and all that kind of stuff, and they say, Rasheed, all the money you make, you need to give up. You give up 5% now. I'm going to bump that up a little, 5 more from everybody, and then we're going to be able to take care of everybody. Are you willing to do that?
Yes.
See, that's the problem. A lot of people aren't. They'll be like, nah, man, I ain't willing to give an extra 5% of mine. No, I don't want to do that. So they jump to the other side who say, I ain't going to take none of your money. That's part of the problem, too. It's about money and power.
But see, it's capitalism. We are about money, just like France is socialist. You know what I'm saying? And I have that conversation with people all the time. I say, hey, I lived in a country where taxes were higher, much higher than the States. But nobody's worrying about what they're going to do if they get sick. If you need to send your kid to school. If a woman gets pregnant and needs to be home from work. Like, those are things that if you don't have any money and those three things happen, you get sick, you're trying to send your kids to school, or you get pregnant, man, your stress level goes way higher if you don't have money to fund those things. You know what I mean? And that's why I think that people in France have a higher quality of life than we do.
Yeah, but it's changing, though. It's going to the capitalist route right now, and we don't like that.
Why do you think that is?
Because the new president that everybody loves is just working for the riches.
Gotcha.
So he's been like decreasing the taxes for the richest people and cutting down some help for like students and stuff like that. So It's small stuff, but for example, he cut down by €5 per month the help that you get to get an apartment when you are a student.
Gotcha.
And from his perspective, he's winning so much money. €5 is nothing. But from some student that doesn't earn any money, €5 can be 2 days of eating,
Right,
so right. It's changing right now in France, and we really don't like that. And it's changing like this in Europe. And so it's a mess in the US, but it's a mess also in Europe right now. And we have like racism going up and crazy people getting to power, and so it smells bad.
I'm trying to figure out how to say this so they don't come knocking at my door. But to me, the truth is this, man. All European countries, the United States is a European country, gained their power by taking it from people, by going to other people's country, taking their wealth, disrupting their way of life, and imposing their own way of life. If you ask me, that can only sustain itself for a period of time. You know what I mean? You have to consistently do something to knock people down in order to sustain that power. That's because it's not natural. That type of power cannot stand alone. You have to continue to work at making sure nobody else raises up. And I think that with the internet, with technology, people are now finding ways to get wealth. They're finding ways to create their own income, so they don't have to go through these traditional routes of work. And I think that changes a lot of things. Because if money is power, and all of a sudden you have these people who are finding ways to make money without doing what you say, you know what I mean? Now you have another power base that's raising. Another sort of intellect that's raising. These kids out here today, man, this new generation, there's a lot of things they don't understand. But there's a lot of things they do understand that the older generation has no clue about. Like, and we're going to talk about this in another podcast, but this blockchain and this cryptocurrency, yo, get on it. Kenny, if you ain't on that stuff, get on it. Anybody listening to this right now, if you don't know what blockchain is, look it up. And I ain't talking about just Bitcoin. That just happened to be one of them that went crazy real fast. But if you ask me, this blockchain is .com. We're in a place right now where when .com was bubbling, the people who understood what was about to happen and they invested their money and they got into it, now they multimillionaires because Amazon, Google, all these .coms came along. And how we spend money, how we use money, and what money looks like is going to change here in the next 10 to 20 years. It's going to change. It ain't going to just be out here just spending money. Look that stuff up. I get Ripple. That's one of the ones I'm on. Look it up. Read about it. Invest your money. It's very, 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 very cheap right now. Invest that money like you're throwing it in the garbage can. If I'm wrong, you ain't lose nothing. But
do your homework first.
Do your homework first. Yes.
There are some scams in this
for sure
area. So
like everything though. But do your homework, I'm just using it as an example to say that, that's one of the things that I think that the power base has no control over. So, yeah, man. So let's change pages, man. Because I don't want to leave out of here on a sour note. But Kanye, man, look, I pray that man gets help. I pray that he finds direction. He's pissed a lot of people off. Hey, T.I. said, because he asked T.I. to come with him up there. That's what T.I. said. T.I. is a rapper. You know what I'm talking about?
I heard T.I. he was just doing on the bus.
Yes. So look, T.I. said that Kanye asked him.
I've seen one of his movies.
Look, T.I. said Kanye asked him to come up there with him. And he said, of course, he wouldn't have done that. He said, but if he had been sitting there with him and saw him doing all that dancing and stepping and fetching for that man, he said, I would have slapped the fuck out of Kanye right there in the Oval Office.
He deserved it too.
But it's almost like somebody need to do that. Like, wake up, dog. What's wrong with you?
That's what a real friend would do.
Yes.
He ain't got no real friends. Who he always by himself? He crazy.
That might be part of the problem. That the people around him aren't really his friends, man.
Yeah. Like you said, Mama K got that spoon in that teacup.
That joy real, dog. All right, let's change pages, man. Hey, Kanye, get well soon, brother. Okay. NBA preseason, man. Let's talk about something we all loved. NBA preseason. Benoit, how you feel about the NBA preseason, man?
Oh, I think it's a nice time for LeBron to win some games against good teams.
He just went right in.
Man, he asked about the whole NBA. Why we ain't talking about the whole thing?
No, obviously, yeah, it's cool to see the preseason, but for me, the preseason is the first month or first 2 months of the season because they're not playing that tough.
Right.
So right now it's the preseason. It's kind of boring, except for that guy in LA. Obviously, he's playing good, but I think, come on, you don't want to be the champion of the preseason, right?
Right, but I guess more so what I'm asking is, what is your outlook? What do you think about the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference? How do you think things are going to stack up?
I think Boston is going to win the East. My biggest question in the East is what's Toronto is going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's Kawhi, but there's also Danny Green, and I think he can really change the game for the Raptors because he's been used to hit big shots.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen him in the finals against the Miami Heat. Yeah, right. No. I just wanted to remind you that was the largest margin victory in NBA history in the finals,
NBA
right?
history yeah. I do know that.
Yeah, that's. I know some people tend to forget about it, but
yes.
Oh no.
We live in an era now, man, where if we don't like what we saw, we forget about it. It didn't happen.
Yeah. Oh, okay. No, I never lost in the finals, so whatever.
That's what my daughter's softball coach does. Wipe it off. That's for you right there, Chris. Wipe it off. That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? We ain't like what happened. Wipe it off. It ain't there no more.
Hey, by the way, I have a question for Kenny before we go on with the NBA.
Yes.
How did KJ do in his last game? Did he score all the points once again?
Oh, tomorrow today?
Yeah.
Let me see. The first game, no. I got some. I was helping out with another team. This guy asked me to coach, and they wanted him to play. So these kids are better, but they were playing against some other 7th grade. So I coached them. I mean, these kids have basketball knowledge. We won by like 35. But then when he played with my regular team, I don't start him. Even though everybody wants me to, I don't start him. I sit him on the bench. I try to sit him on the bench the whole first quarter, so that way he don't really have to come out the rest of the game. They
got rules to how much they can play. Okay.
But I try to be fair. Like some of these kids, they aren't that good. They aren't on his level. But I try to be fair. I'm not. They're out there trying to learn as well, but he needs to learn too how to play with people like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's a learning experience for everybody, and I try to let them go out there and try to figure out some stuff and learn and get better. And I'm always down like 8-10-0. And my wife looking at me like, come on now. Hey, come on. You got to put the kid in. So it was like, it got like 8. And I was like, Jesus, come on. And so we end up getting it back to 4. And then he gets tired. And I mean, I got one horse. He gets tired. And so it's over with. I think one boy hit 2 free throws. Another boy hit a 3. And then KJ scored all the rest of the points.
Y'all won?
I mean, we lost. We lost by like 20. But I'm saying it's to the point where he came down. He had step back threes. He drove through the hole and did one of these and dropped it over dude. It hit dude in the face and went out of bounds off his head. And I'm over there like, good job. You got to catch it next time. That's all I can do. I can't fuss because he's not at that level. And you know what I'm saying? They'll try to dribble through traps and they just throw the ball sometimes. And I'd be like, and he looking at me like, I need some help. I'm like, you are the help. What you talking about? So I mean, we ain't victorious, man. But the other kids are getting better, and he was a little frustrated today because everybody was like, "Come on, man, do it." He's looking like, "Man, what you mean? Everybody guard me, y'all I ain't getting me no help." So it was like I think he had maybe like 15, 16, something like that. We ain't have a like 19, 20, something like that. Whatever it had, the other boys had 5, and he had the rest like always. So I mean, I'm just trying to teach him. He's like, got to make everybody else better. You got to make the rest of them kids better. And I'll tell him though, like, hey, go eat, dog. Hey, if the game ever gets close enough to where he can really go kill him, I'll let him loose. But I gotta start him. I gotta figure out. I gotta out strategize the kids, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like every team is better, so I have to figure out a way to out strategize what I have to be smarter than the kids. Like use this kid's double dribble. He can't go left. I got to use that to my advantage rather than just trying to make everybody
in positions to be successful.
Yeah, but it's hard because they don't understand position. Today, one of the kids asked me like, They're shooting free throws. Are we supposed to be on the line? Like, yeah, dude, we always line up on the free throw line, right in these spots. And it's like, oh well, one kid he went back court and he looked at me like, why they call turnover? Like, cause you went back there. He was like, but it's just on that side of the line. So I'm like, oh my god, it's just on that side of the line.
Hey, Kenny, I'll stop you there because I was asking the question on purpose.
I know.
So Rasheed, you can take this segment and put the question first. Say, okay, can you tell us about the Lakers season? And you just take just what he said, and it's gonna be the Lakers season.
Wow, he walked you all the way down there.
So you saying that? You meaning that Ingram ain't gonna play? You ain't got Kuzma. You ain't got Rondo.
They're gonna be great in preseason. Yeah.
What he's saying is, huh?
No, they're not going to the playoffs.
Do you agree with that, Mr. Wright?
Listen, as much flack as I give LeBron James, I have to also give him his props for being a great player. I think that they're going to be a 7 or 8 seed. But it gets real interesting, man, when I start listing the teams that are in the Western Conference, right? So when I just start talking about the teams that I know is going to the playoffs. Golden State, Houston, OKC, Utah, Portland.
You know Westbrook hurt, right?
What's wrong with him?
He hurt he had knee surgery or whatever. He out for the first month. They finna start Dennis Schroeder about to start for like a couple weeks, maybe a month.
Okay, well he'll be back.
No, I'm just saying though, but you put them third, so I'm just kind of like
I'm not really listing them in any order.
Okay.
So Golden State, Houston, OKC,
Utah, Portland.
And Portland is iffy, but I think they'll be better than they were last year. My sleeper team for the West is Dallas.
Your boy. I live in Dallas, so I seen it. Oh man,
I'm telling you right now. Listen, and you know, and listen to all my European guys that I know. This is not hate, but I'm a little skeptical when European players come up to the NBA too. The impact that they're actually going to have. But that kid right there, when I saw what he was doing in the Euro League, man, ain't nobody did that. Like that's different. My whole thing with him was, how is his athleticism going to translate? That's what it's going to be. But he big bodied. The thing about him, he's big bodied.
He's not fast. He's not fast enough. I think he's still going to struggle.
But look, he's quick.
Struggle with the speed.
But he's quick when he has to be quick. Like I've seen him get beat to the spot because he's not faster than the defender, and then throw that thing behind his back and lean off the glass. Yeah, I'm like, that's mean. And you're
talking about, huh? What is the one thing you're talking about? Offense, defense. He ain't there yet on defense. I mean, I'm out here and I'm watching it. His defense ain't all that. His offense is, what you saying? You beat him, he throwing it around your back, he going the other way. His change direction, change of speed is cool. But on the other end, he's not a defender like that. Well, and I don't know if he's going to get there or not.
Well, to me, if they're smart, they have a big team. Switch. Help defense. If you put,
they have DeAndre on the back.
DeAndre can't shoot free throws. He ain't even in the end of the game.
Yes, but for a large part of that game, he gonna be beating people stuff off the backboard.
Yeah, and Dirk gonna be in there too. And you know Dirk can't play no defense. Dirk can barely walk.
Guess what? He couldn't play no defense in 06. What year was that? They won championship.
Tyson, he was better than he is now. No, I'm talking about now. He looks like he crippled. No, he looks terrible. No, for real. He looks like he can lead 41 years.
I've seen a guy lead his team to the NBA Finals last year without playing defense.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, you've seen him?
You did.
So I just think it's gonna be tough for him, man, and for the Lakers. And I think they don't have no size. I think they're gonna be fun to watch. I think the Lakers are gonna be fun to watch. And to me, the Lakers will be a better team if LeBron James plays off the ball. I've always felt like the teams he's been on would have been better if he played off the ball.
He said he wants to.
I think that's smart. You let Rondo and Lonzo play the point guard. You get all those young talented guys around there who make their own play, and then let them deal with LeBron James when he ain't got the basketball. To me, if you're going to dominate the basketball like that, you either have to have another killer on the court or you got to be able to shoot. If you ain't got no killer and you can't shoot, you're hurting your team dominating the basketball. as great as LeBron James is. Because to me, how do you stop LeBron James cutting to the basket? How do you stop him posting up? He's always one pass away from a lob. You know what I'm saying? I think having to deal with him while he's floating and him not handling the ball, I think that's gonna be a problem. But size wise, they're gonna get killed on the glass, dog.
But how you figure that when the league is going small? You got a couple. You don't have them centers. They got JaVale McGee. Houston got Capella. The Golden State got Boogie, who's kind of hurt, kind of work his way back. Other than that, you don't have a lot of big guys like that. Everybody's like 6'8", 6'9", 6'10". In those areas, you can match that size pretty much.
But they don't even got. But see, Draymond Green is still a rebounder. Like they don't have no rebounder unless you say Brian will be playing the 4 and he can be rebounding.
He is. When the starting lineup, he played the 4. Ingram was bringing the ball up. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
they got some people
playing the 5 at one point.
At the end of the day, it's going to depend. To me, the Lakers is going to depend on what the young players do. If the young players go out there and have a good year, they'll have a decent year. I still see them 7th, 8th seed.
So you name 5 teams you think are better than them. Give me 6, 7, and 8.
Denver.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Denver's gonna be better than they were last year. These are that's why I say 7, 8. These are the I'm curious to see. Dallas, Denver.
Dallas not gonna make the playoffs.
I don't know about the Pelicans.
Yeah, they're gonna be all right. You
really think so?
Yeah, because Anthony Davis is just like he don't have Boogie holding him down, and then he has what's your boy that left from the Lakers, played at Kentucky.
Yeah. What is his name?
Julius Randle?
Yes.
He out there. He can play the bully, tough guy, roll inside, grab rebounds. He ain't trying to shoot a bunch of jumpers and threes, but he gonna go inside and do a lot of dirty work. And then Drew Holiday came into his own. They're gonna be a lot better.
I don't like Elfrid Payton though.
Yeah, I don't like
Rondo was a much better player.
Yeah, that's true. But
so what do you think? What do you think the Lakers gonna do?
Who?
You.
I think they're going to get like 5 or 4. I think they're going to be in that battle right there to get home court advantage. That's where I think they're going to end up at.
5 or 4?
Yeah, that's what I think they're going to end up at. And then here go. I'm going to give you a little conspiracy theory for you. And then, depending on what's going on where Golden State's at, they're going to keep them away from each other. Watch. You're going to see all kind of stuff. And then, like, let's say Golden State is whatever seed Golden State is, and the Lakers need to be a 5 to beat them in the Western Conference Finals. They're gonna be the 5. Watch, because that's gonna sell. I think they tweet up a little whistles a little bit different to make the games play out. I think they do.
But I mean, Western Conference Finals, they're gonna have to beat some good teams, man.
You true, but the possibility of that matchup is there. Is what I'm saying. They'll make it so that's possible. You don't want them going against each other in the first round because that's gonna kind of waste that you're just going to waste that intrigue that everybody wants to see. You want to see LeBron versus them in the finals, to go to the finals and see if he can make it back for the next time, if he can beat them with his new team. Everybody wants to see that. That would be a better matchup ratings-wise than Golden State versus Boston because everybody's going to be intrigued by that matchup.
No, I want to see Golden State Boston.
Yeah, but you're a basketball junkie. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. We're going to watch it regardless.
Right.
But for the casual fan, they're going to say, oh, LeBron versus Golden State in L.A.? Oh, I want to see that. Oh, they're going to get
they definitely going to sell tickets. That's what they're going to do. They're going to sell tickets this year.
TV, it's going to be on prime time every night. That's what I'm saying. With Boston, you're going to be, oh, okay, I'll watch Boston if I get home in time. But they're going to be coming home to get to that LeBron game. They're going to be at the popcorn parties, all that kind of stuff.
Well, let me ask you this question. What y'all think about Milwaukee and the Greek Freak? Y'all don't think that the Bucks have anything to say about the Eastern Conference this year?
He can't shoot.
Not at all.
That's the only reason. That's the only reason because if he can shoot, good. He can do everything else. He can rebound. He can block shots. He can run the floor. He can dunk. He can't shoot. He cannot shoot at all. His shot and other thing is bad. His form is messed up. But they'll be better because they got a good coach. Bud's a good coach. When I was in Atlanta, he was out there. He's a damn good coach. Remember, he had the Hawks win 60-something games with 4 All-Stars who wasn't even nice like that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That was crazy. I'm like, how they got 4 All-Stars? And then they sat on the bench in an All-Star game.
Spurs dude?
A Spurs assistant for like 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good coach. He's a good coach. He got a good team. I mean, they'll be better. The Bucks will definitely be better, but they're not going to win. They're not going to beat Brad Stevens and them. I'm going to say Brad Stevens, not Kyrie, Brad Stevens.
I want to see a healthy Celtics against the Warriors. Because the Warriors got the best player in the league on their team, man. So I'm curious to see how.
Did you hear that? Just how you put it in the sentence, like, the Warriors have the best player in the league right now.
The Warriors got the best player in the league on their team, man. I want to see. Hey, Benoit, they hate when I say that, man. They think I'm hating on LeBron when I say that. LeBron is great. There's no other player in the league whose legacy or accomplishments can touch what LeBron has accomplished. But that monster over there in Oakland, shh.
Who are you talking about? Curry or
Kevin Durant? Benoit wasn't sure if I was talking about Curry or Durant. You know what I mean?
I don't know how he wasn't sure.
Because both of them are better than LeBron.
You don't even believe that. That's why you laughing.
Okay.
You don't believe that. Curry ain't durable, man. You beat him up a little bit. He's soft, dog.
No, he ain't soft.
He's the softest. He gets hurt every year.
He's the softest consensus MVP ever.
You right.
No, right. He's. See, y'all think he's soft because what he look like.
No, I'm not talking about that kind of soft. We talking about. I'm talking about
durability.
Man, you beat him up, you rough him up. Yeah, he's soft. Every time you turn around, he talking about my ankle hurt, my groin. Yeah. Like, dude.
And he's cramping in the finals and stuff like that. Oh yeah, that's terrible.
How you gonna stop cramping in the finals?
No,
let me ask you a question. Wait, hold on.
What up?
What's your team, Benoit? What team you got? Because let me see. Tony Parker's in Charlotte, Evan in Orlando, Rudy in Utah. Who you like?
I like Boston.
Boston?
Yeah.
Oh, so you jumping on the bandwagon because
No. I've got two good reasons to like Boston. Okay. The first one is that I've been working with a scout from the Celtics for like 5 years. I gave him information when they drafted Gershon Yabusele, for example, or stuff like that. And the second one is that I know a pregnant lady in Boston that I really like.
So wait, you giving out
information? Hold on.
No, her too.
Hold on, man. Hold up.
Oh, man. He got a baby in Boston, dog.
What just happened?
He got a baby in Boston.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, we don't. No.
Come on.
Got a baby in Boston.
Huh?
Y'all know what he talking about.
You know anybody you played with who's in Boston?
Tony is they pregnant?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I did not know that.
I fucked up. Okay. Forget it.
Okay.
So, like, who we talking about? I thought you got a baby up there, dog.
Look, I'm sitting here waiting for him to say Tony Dobbins worked for the Celtics. I knew that was the second one. He said I got a pregnant lady in Boston. I was like, hold on.
Yeah.
Like Benoit pimping all over the world, ain't it?
Okay, my English must be bad, but I was referring to Allison, and I think you were aware that she was pregnant.
Okay, so I'm going to tell her congratulations, man. Congratulations to the Dobbins, man.
Yeah, great.
Because for a second there, I thought you was a long-distance shooter, Benoit. You heard me.
So, hey, you have to tell everybody who Tony is and what he's doing.
Okay, so Tony Dobbins, man, I played against him for many years. He was our teammate, 2011, 2012 season. Great guy, man. Great guy. One of the I'm not just saying this as far as professional athletes that I've met, stand up, class act guy, who actually when we was growing up in the AAU circuit, our names always kind of passed each other because we the same class. And I'm in Richmond right now. He played at the University of Richmond, so everybody know his name here. He hit a big shot at the NCAA tournament while he was here. I think it was like against Kansas or somebody. They beat somebody in the NCAA tournament while he was here. So standout career, great defender, great competitor. I used to love going to war against him. Allison can hoop too. His wife can hoop too. She got game. Just great people, man. And they're the type of people that when you meet them, you root for them to succeed. And he retired, and now he works with the Celtics. I think he helps train their players.
Yeah, that's it.
So, and I mean that's what they do too. I remember they were helping train the young players at Poitiers when they were there. So, a lot of respect to them. I'm very happy for them. With a child on the way. I did not know that, but yeah, that's who Tony Dobbins is, man. Great guy. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I like the Celtics too. Also, they play basketball the right way. They got a great team.
Yeah, Kenny, you have to agree with that. They take the best out of the players.
That's the coach. That's why I said Brad Stevens' team. That's why I say that he's an excellent coach. I can't deny that. I expect him.
Yeah, do you really think that Marcus Smart would have signed such a big contract in any other team?
No.
Brad.
I wouldn't even pay them. Like, even if I was Celtics, I wouldn't give him all that money. Crazy.
Nah, man. See, that's how you build.
I think that's too much.
Dog,
it's a glue.
You need him. You need players like that. You need players like that to believe that the organization has his back, so that they go out there every night and play that way.
But I think he can win you a game just as easy as he can lose you a game. I feel like he's too unstable for me, and I feel like you don't have enough room in your rotation for that because you got Kyrie, you got Rozier, it's nowhere. I don't think he fits. He's not gonna get the minutes he wants, and he's gonna get upset.
That's why you pay him.
You pay him what? It's in the bench. His pride gonna kick in. He's not one of them guys that I'm gonna sit there and play my role. He gonna get pissed off and be like, "I want to play. Trade me." He gonna pull the same thing.
No,
he gonna pull the same thing Jimmy pulling. Watch.
Man, he's not that type of player.
You're right.
I put it.
He's not. But he believes he is.
Well, let me tell you this. I can't say what he will or what he won't do. But if I was him, if I was somebody close to him, I would say shut your mouth. Keep playing defense and get paid. Because if he turns into that guy, he will be out the league.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? If he feels like he ain't playing, like let's say they lose a couple games, he feel like he ain't playing like he should. He's gonna say something or do something that's gonna negatively impact that team.
But when have you seen him do that? I've never seen him do that.
He get in fights and do stupid stuff all the time.
Nah. He plays with his emotions. He got some Draymond Green in him. But I ain't never seen him do anything that takes away from the team chemistry. You need that type of guy on your team, man.
He's been suspended for dumb stuff before, and you got to think before he was on a rookie he was on a rookie contract before. Now they're actually really paying this man some legit money. Next year they got to pay Rozier, Kyrie coming up. A couple years from now, Tatum, Brown. All these people got to pay. You still got Al Horford in the books. Who is it? What's the dude name? From Utah. He on the books. You're not gonna be able to pay all these. Somebody's got to go.
Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, Gordon Hayward. You're not gonna be able to pay all that.
Well,
at some point, you're gonna have to trim the fat. Plus, they got more first round picks. They have too much wealth, and they're not gonna be able to take care of everything in that circle.
When Danny Ainge got there, and he started getting rid of Paul Pierce and Garnett and all that, I felt like, what is he doing? But guess what? Nah. Since then, Danny Ainge looking like a genius to me.
Did you know what he got for all of them? He was getting first round draft picks for all that stuff. That's crazy.
So he know what he's doing. He know what he's doing.
I wouldn't give him no first round draft picks for old KG and Paul.
Guess what?
Oh man, I'm like, he got.
What he's not made a bad move since he's been there.
Let me see.
He took a team.
I don't think he should have gave Al Horford all that money.
But you can win with him. You can win with him.
I think that's going to come back to bite him in the butt. Al Horford contract is going to come back to hurt him because he was in Atlanta. So you got to think. I saw a lot of Al Horford.
The only reason they do not have a finals appearance right now is because Kyrie and Gordon Hayward got hurt. If Kyrie and Gordon Hayward did not get hurt, they were in the finals last year.
That's part of the game, dog.
It is part of the game, but that doesn't have anything to do with Al Horford. Al Horford would have been in the finals last year if the two best players didn't get hurt.
Yeah, but I just don't think his game equates to that much money. I mean, Al's a good guy. He's cool. He's consistent, but all that money, man. I'm looking at it from a big standpoint as far as.
Hey, Kenny, I think also you have to take in consideration the fact that he's a mentor for the young kids.
Yes.
So, no, you need to give money to mentors or to people like that keep the locker room straight.
That is the part.
They with all that money. Kyrie in there.
They young.
Kyrie got a ring. Kyrie got a ring. You supposed to be mentoring this. You supposed to be helping me win.
He young, man. No.
He young. What you mean?
He's young.
A winner. He's a winner.
Dog. That is the part of basketball that France hasn't figured out yet. And that's how you keep the program going. When those cats who have been through the wars, who are no longer at the top of their game, you need them guys there for structure in that locker room and structure with to be able to say that's not a good shot, that's a bad shot, that's a good shot.
100% right. I think they overpaid him though. Is what I'm saying. I think they paid him too much money. That's what I'm saying.
Everybody getting overpaid in the NBA right now.
Nah, everybody ain't getting overpaid. There's a couple people underpaid.
Who?
Let me see. Durant, LeBron, and Curry are underpaid.
Well, I mean, look, when you start talking
I'm just saying.
But when you talking about the elite of the elite,
they're underpaid.
Okay, but I'm talking about there are more players getting paid way more money than they would have got paid 20 years ago with the same talent.
Yeah, because now they have a structure in place, more TV money, and they also have a bottom where they have to pay to. So even though you got $110 million, you got to spend $90. That's why, like, Caldwell Pope got an $18 million deal for 1 year. Everybody looking around like, how you get $18 million?
You know what they can say thank you to?
They had to spend it.
And everybody need to say thank you, LeBron James, and thank you, Chris Paul.
Why you say that? Why? Oh, for the players.
They got that done.
Oh yeah, players union. Yeah, but that's life though. But Benoit, let me ask you this though. This is a serious question for you. So you hate LeBron. Well, you don't like LeBron the way he plays, right?
Well, yeah, I would have to explain it, but ask your question.
Okay, so I'm asking you this, and this is a personal question for me. My son plays just like that Joker. I'm talking about damn near identical. So let's say my son gets to the league, we gonna be having these same arguments, or what you gonna do?
No, I'm gonna be a fan.
How does it change? I'm gonna be a fan. Oh, now it changes though. Now, see, that's what I'm asking.
No, I need to tell you what I don't like about LeBron. Okay, first of all, I'm just talking basketball. Okay,
I know.
So all what is done off the court is just perfect. It's perfection. So about basketball, I think that he wants to control everything, to control the ball all the time, to control what's going on at the team. He wants to be the GM, the coach, and don't tell me he was not the GM in Cleveland. He wants to do everything. And I think he would have had a better career, and he would perform better right now if he just accept to be in the system. Like you see the Warriors, for example, or even the Celtics. When how many back cuts do you see in Cleveland, or how many times do you see LeBron back cutting or taking screens off the ball or stuff like that? And I think the thing that I don't like, he never let anybody really coach him, except for Riley for a couple of years. And I think that this guy with this talent, if he had accepted to be coached and to be in a team environment, a team system, he would have won like 5 or 6 rings.
But the problem is though, he's the best player, the best passer, the best rebounder, the best scorer. He's the best passer and the smartest person on the floor at the same time. He is the point guard basically. And the problem with this, where I have a problem with Rasheed when this situation comes in, is he's just like Chris Paul to me. Chris Paul does the exact same thing, but he won't do Chris Paul like that. He don't talk down about Chris Paul. If Chris Paul does that, he doesn't say anything because Chris Paul's from North Carolina. He's a small guard. Whatever. Chris Paul does the exact same thing.
Chris Paul is not 6'9", 260.
But that doesn't matter though. It's the fact that no one else can pass that ball and do that stuff on the court. Chris Paul plays almost the exact same way, and you praise it. But when LeBron does it, you don't. You get upset. Oh, he holds the ball too long. Chris Paul, that's why everybody got traded up out of there.
Let me ask you a question, because we always had the debate with the U.S. players in Poitiers when they came. Who's better? Who's having the best career? Tony Parker or Chris Paul?
The best career?
As far as what?
The best career.
As far as what? Winning? I mean...
As far as the best career, man. As far as going to the Hall of Fame, first ballot.
Both of them going to the Hall of Fame. Tony Parker's going to the Hall of Fame based off of his teams and his rings. Chris Paul's going to the Hall of Fame based off just his pure talent.
Yeah, but don't you think that Tony had to step back a little bit and
No, I think Tony won because of the team he had. If you take Tony and switch Chris Paul, them do.
Chris Paul would have kept the ball, and they wouldn't have.
I don't think.
Now with Popovich and that team, Chris Paul's never had a team like
ain't going for that.
Yeah.
And that team, I think Chris Paul would have like 6 rings, maybe something like that, and Tony Parker would still have 0 and not be going to Hall of Fame if they switch teams. That's just my opinion, because I don't feel like Tony couldn't shoot. He's a decent shooter now, but he couldn't shoot before. He's a get in the middle of the lane, throw the floater, and not a outstanding passer. Chris Paul's an outstanding passer. He can shoot the ball. He can play D.
Yeah, but Chris Paul needs to have the ball in his hand all the time.
Guard. But he's the point guard.
Yeah, Tony's the point guard too, and
Yeah, but Tony drives in the lane and throws that floater. Tony's not driving in the lane to make any. I feel like he doesn't make everybody else better. I feel like the team he had made him better instead of making everybody else better.
But I feel he was like averaging 6 assists per game. I feel like if he was playing with the ball as much as Chris Paul, he would have been averaging 10 assists per game, and you wouldn't say that to me.
Yeah, but he might average those 10 assists, but he only average like 12 points. That's just my opinion. He wouldn't. Yeah. I just think like he wouldn't have. It's just because I think he can't shoot. He can't shoot was a problem for me at first. When they won that first championship, he couldn't shoot. I don't know how he got MVP that one.
Yeah, I remember that this time.
I'm like, man, the dude can't shoot.
You remember how short were these finals? Just 4 games, I think.
Oh, Lord have mercy. The one against Larry Hughes and Boobie Gibson, all them cats. That's the one you talking about?
Yeah,
man. That's what I don't like. I promise. That's what I don't like. And really, I don't have any problem. To answer your question first, Benoit, I think Chris Paul's a better player than Tony Parker. Like just straight up. Like if it was Tony Parker and Chris Paul standing right there and they played 1-on-1, I think Chris Paul is a better player.
The question was the better career.
Better career.
It has to be Tony Parker.
Because the rings.
I mean, he just more winning.
It's the team.
I mean, at the end of the day, you play the game to win the game.
That's true.
And so, I think Chris Paul is more talented, and I think Tony Parker's had the better career. But what Kenny just did is that's my problem. It's not even with LeBron James. With LeBron James fans, like every time when he has success, when he has a level of success, y'all want to say he's the greatest player ever. But when he has a failure, it's everybody else's fault.
I didn't say real.
That's what you just did.
It's a team game. It's a team game. So when his team isn't good and you get them beyond what they should be, you sit there and you dog that man. But you don't go about the rest of the pieces of the puzzle. You just that big piece is all you focus on. That's
every player. Every player has been through. Every great player gets that same critique, man.
No sir.
Before Michael Jordan won a ring, they were saying that he's selfish. He'll never win a championship scoring basketball like that. Okay, they called Magic. They called Magic Johnson Tragic Johnson. Okay, I mean,
one time,
dog.
He lost, but he lost in the finals too.
Yeah, 4 times, not 6.
I'm just
saying. I mean, he got 5
because he didn't get there that many times. Huh? He got there that many times?
9. You see what you just did?
I'm asking you.
I know, but I'm telling you.
Ask you questions.
You know what it is? You know what it is? Every time it's like this. Okay, he just throws alternate facts.
Yes.
I didn't know. I asked a question. I didn't know
you give the right answer, and it just says, "Oh, it was a question."
Yeah.
No, that's what it was. I said, "How many times he been there?" He told us some 9. I'm like,
no, listen. That's another problem I have with like this era that we're in. Jerry West went to 8 finals. Yeah, Magic Johnson went to 9 finals. Okay. I've never heard people give people props for going to the finals until LeBron James came along. Did you win? I'm gonna care how many times you win. This is that new everybody get a trophy era. I just have a problem with that.
It's not that, dog. You cannot win by yourself. I don't give a damn what you say. Michael Jordan has never won a championship without Scottie. I mean, period. Magic had Cooper, Worthy, who you know what I'm saying, Kareem. Those are all-star, all Hall of Fame type players.
What are you talking about? Did LeBron James have Shane Battier, Chris Paul, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade? Huh?
Shane Battier. Did you say Shane Battier first?
Hold on. Great role player. I'm talking about. Guess what? Shane Battier.
You named Shane Battier.
Okay. So Shane Battier ain't play a huge role in one of them championship wins he got in Miami.
He ain't in the same category as Worthy.
No. Answer my question. Did Shane Battier play a huge role in one of them championships they won in Miami? He went ape shit one of them games hitting threes. Okay. My point is, I've also seen I have seen LeBron James with less talent lose. I've also seen him with a whole team full of talent and lose. Twice.
And what?
So what point are you making?
I'm just saying you only pay attention when this man right here does it. When it's this man's team, you treat it differently.
No, it's not LeBron James. It's the narrative that goes with it. If you lose, you lose.
Right.
But don't lose and then start making excuses as to why you lost.
Ain't about making excuses.
Because I've seen him on great teams. One of those Cleveland teams that everybody keeps saying is the worst team ever had the best record in the league.
60 wins with Sasha Pavlovich and
okay. They were good enough to have the best record in the league.
Who else is that? Who else is on that team?
Larry Hughes? No?
Larry Hughes was on one. Yeah, Larry Hughes was on one. That's what I'm saying.
So you tell me they're sorry, but they had the best record in the league.
No, I mean, what you want to say? Denver beat who did Denver beat that one year when they was a Seattle. I mean, come on now. Sometimes it happens. Stuff like that happens. But I'm just saying, he drug one of them to the finals. But you don't sit there and clap your hands for that. You say, "Did you win? Did you win?" He drug some trash one time, and one time he lost with some better pieces. I mean, but you gotta. That's your whole argument is earlier. You were like, you gotta have both sides. You gotta look up both areas. You don't do that. You go to this side. You say, "Oh, he ain't win with these people," and you don't even look to that side when he has some trash.
You keep score.
You don't.
When you play basketball, you keep score.
Oh Lord!
Listen, you know why I don't do that? Because you could do that with everybody.
But you do it when I talk about that when he won. You say, "Oh, well, Draymond Green got kicked out." That becomes an issue then.
No, that's what happened.
Yeah, you do say that, but I'm just saying
that's what happened.
Use that then. But you can't use it. He had some trash too. That happened.
Huh?
And he took him. He had some trash, and he went up there.
I'm not making an excuse. I'm not making an excuse why LeBron James' team won. They came back from 3-1. That was a great feat. Thank you, LeBron. Guess what? Thank you, Kyrie. Okay, it was a great team effort. And
nobody cares.
And Draymond Green doing that boneheaded play changed the momentum of the series. I'm not saying that's LeBron James' fault. That's Draymond Green's fault.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's what you bring up though. You say, "Oh, if Draymond Green wasn't," I mean, but that ain't our fault. That's on him.
No, they won.
He's been kicking people all playoffs.
It's the same thing. That year they broke the wins record. It don't matter. It don't matter.
And then, hey, they broke 72 wins, and then we got Durant, and what?
What?
And then we got Durant.
What?
You ain't got Durant?
Yeah.
Really? So how would you feel if the year that Cleveland beat them, Clay turned around and said, "You know what? I'm going to Cleveland." Would you been okay with that?
Yes.
You a damn lie.
What do you mean? Dude, this is free. The game is different. These players have the right to go wherever they want to go. I'm all for the empowerment of the players. LeBron James started that, and I salute him for that. He went to Miami, and they formed a team that could win. Mm-hmm. I don't hate on no player for doing that. Because guess what? If you play bad or get hurt, the team gonna trade you. They don't care about what's happening with your family, what you do. Your wife just got a job, your kids in a new school. They don't care about that. They trade you. So if a player's in a position to better themselves, by all means do. At the end of the day, did you win? Did you lose?
Remember you said that.
I will.
Because then it's going to be stipulations on it.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Because then it's going to be, oh, well, he had good pieces. Then it's watch when these young Lakers start playing well, it's going to be, oh, they was nice. They was nice. It's gonna be they was nice all of a sudden when they was terrible the year before.
It's gonna either be what it is or what it isn't. Either they're gonna raise their level or they not. I mean, that's
what you did. That's what you did.
I've got a question for you guys.
Yes.
It's not totally related, but a little bit. First, I was surprised. Weren't you surprised that Paul George didn't want to go play in his hometown with LeBron this summer?
I was surprised. I thought somebody else was going to go.
And I was surprised, and I think it doesn't look good for LeBron. And my other question is, I think that the Pelicans are going to be struggling this year, and I think Anthony Davis is leaving.
He got 2 years left on his deal.
Yeah, but he just signed with LeBron's agent, and if you want to talk about conspiracy, I see him going to LA.
Yeah, but it's going to be a trade, and they're going to give up too much for him.
It is hard for me to believe that LeBron James is going to play 4 years in LA without another great player coming there.
Or real talk, they might have one on the roster. I'm just saying, you might have Kuzma or Ingram step up, or you might see Ball like he did in college. You know what I'm saying? They might be waiting on that.
Or that could be the conspiracy.
Won't you trade the whole team for AD? Just keep LeBron and AD, and you don't care about Kuzma and stuff like that if you can get Anthony Davis.
Yeah, I do, because you can't win with two no more. It's too many pieces. You can't win with just two major stars. You got to have three to compete. Like, no one's going to win with two.
You have Lance, JaVale. You keep Lance, JaVale.
Man. You been to Amsterdam? Where you been? Amsterdam? Tripping. Lance.
Man, look.
Lance fighting in the preseason. What are we going to do with that?
This is what I honestly believe, man.
Don't nobody care.
I don't think that LeBron James is all about winning basketball games. And I don't necessarily hate on him for that too. He wears a shirt that says more than an athlete. I think the things that occupy his mind is not how many championships I win. I think the things that occupied Michael Jordan's mind was how many championships I win. And I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm just saying the mentality is different. I think LeBron James, his brand, what he's leaving for his kids, what he's doing for his community, and when it's all said and done, he's able to be a billionaire and affect people and affect change in this country. I think all of those things are much. I think he works his tail off to be a great basketball player, to put himself in position to do the other things that he wants to do. I don't think he just thinks about basketball like, I gotta win. And I think that because of that, when those moments come, he's in an uncomfortable situation. And that's not me hating on him. And I think that him going to LA, I think Magic Johnson being there, who has done what? Exactly what LeBron James wants to do. I think that's a great partnership for LeBron James. I think being in LA is a great move for his career after basketball. I think his son is in a great situation to be able to play at that school that he's at. I think all of those things is the calculation behind what he's been doing. And if he wins some games, they can get a player in, they can be competitive and win some games, cool. But I don't think that's the number one priority for him. And I think it's obvious. And I'm not hating on him for that. You know what I'm saying? Me, especially as a young black man, stop running. It ain't all about basketball. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? We're in a different era. The generation we came from, the generation that preceded us, we were just happy to be there. We was happy to be able to make some money. We was happy to be on TV. Now, these kids coming up, that's normal to them. Now they want to own. They want to produce. You know what I'm saying? And I have to salute that part of it. So to me, when I look at it, I could be wrong, but I don't think he's in LA like, how many championships am I going to get? I think he's going to go about the process of winning in the correct way, but I don't feel like he's all in.
Why you think that? Because Mike.
I think he's a businessman.
Because Mike's situation was different. You got to remember, Mike was making like $2 million.
It's a different era. I'm not hating on him for that. It's just a different era.
You needed those championships to validate yourself, to make your money, to make your payday. Remember that back in the day, they didn't pay you till after you started winning. Right. After you were MVP, after you were All-Star. Now they paying these cats off potential. So a lot of them, it's like you said, it's a different era. So they gotta do different things. Like shoot, like a lot of them, like man, I got my money, I don't care, and they fall by the wayside. They don't care no more.
Yeah.
So it's like, why you even care?
I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if LeBron James was never in the finals again.
I mean, shoot, still first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean,
hands down, one of the best players to ever play. Hands down. That's not even a question.
Even though you're taking Larry Bird before him.
No, I'm not taking Larry Bird before him.
Oh, you're not?
I would take Larry Bird's mentality over his mentality.
Oh, here you put that shit, man. You can't do that. You can't do that.
That's the only thing.
You gotta take the player how they are. You can't tell me I'm gonna take their mentality.
I just told you, if I have Larry Bird standing right here and LeBron James, I'm taking LeBron James.
Oh, okay. But Dick, ain't no buts, dog.
I like the mentality of Larry Bird, the mentality of the old school. I want to rip you. I like Westbrook's mentality to an extent.
Well, okay. So you like his mentality of I'm gonna get a triple-double at all costs, so I can say.
You know what I'm talking about.
That was some bull. That was some trash. People boxing out. He trying to run in there and grab 20 rebounds, and he needed 16. And he had 20 rebounds and 4 points, so he can average triple-double for the season. That was so. Man,
Okay.
Stephen Adams boxing out people talking about, come get it.
Okay.
Get out of here with that mess, man.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let's say me and you on the same team, right? Mm-hmm. You are having a great year.
Okay.
Right? You're 10, let's say you're 7 rebounds away from breaking this all-time record. You know that going into the game. Are you sitting here telling me right now that you wouldn't make sure that all your teammates know, hey, if I get 7,
I'm going to go get them. Like, dog, Guess what? I felt like I'm going to go get these 7. I felt like they sat there and said, no, we going to get you these 7. Like, nah,
I would.
Play the game. I felt like they weren't playing the game at that point. If I was on your team, I'd have been an asshole, just been smacking that thing out of bounds, just to be a jerk.
Nah, if I was on your team and I knew that, I was in this, it was a play happened where I was boxing out and you was right there and I was right there, I'd be like, get it. Get the rebound.
Hey, Rasheed, when was the last time you boxed out?
Yeah.
Here you go. I was teaching boxing out today in the gym now.
Oh, okay.
On some 10-year-olds?
Say what?
On some 11-year-olds?
Who was in? No, we had high school. We had 3 groups in there today. We had 2 high school groups and 1 middle school group.
Hey, how much you charge for training?
$40 an hour.
$40 an hour, and they pay that?
Or you can sign up for packages. If you get the package once a week, it's $150 for the month, and if you break that down, it's a little cheaper than $40. Or you can sign up 2 times a week. That's $300 for the month, and that makes each session a little cheaper. You know what I mean? The assessment is free. So the first time you come in there, you work out. You get to say, hey, I like this, I don't like it. It's up to you. The assessment is free.
No.
Is this your main income right now?
Yeah. Yeah. We're in there every day, man. Every single day. And we got kids coming from all over. RicardoMarshTraining.com. We got we got kids coming from all over the greater Richmond area, man. And it's just, it's just it's almost like we're trying to build like a club like overseas, kind of like, you know what I mean? Where these kids learn how to play basketball at a young age. They come at different ages wherever they are. But at a young age, learn the fundamentals of the game and to be able to develop so by the time they're 16, 17, 18 years old, they're ready to play basketball at a high level. And like Elton Brown that was over there in France the last 2 years, he worked out he lives here. We trained him the last 2 summers. So we got pros to come in during the summer. We got college kids to come in during the summer. So we call it the Grind Factory. We're in there except for Saturdays, but every other day we in there.
That's because y'all got a gym, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that's the thing. Got to have a gym.
Yep.
Can't be hooping outside in the rain.
Yep. Max and Eric came down here, man, and came to the gym.
Who?
No, really?
Yeah.
The Pictagula.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did they
really?
They came here. Shoot, the first year I was home.
You just be having people.
Hey, Rasheed, you have to tell people who these guys are.
Okay. So Max and Eric are so Poitiers has a fan base called the Pick the Ghouls. And so the Pick the Ghouls they're volunteers. You know, they volunteer their time, they help set the gym up, they help give out food, they help sell tickets. And after the games, those are the people I would rather be around. And every club I played in, those are the people that I hung around after the games. And, you know, most teams had some type of obligation where you had to go see the sponsors, go to the VIP, and these are the people in their suits who donate money to the club. And that doesn't mean all those people are bad people, but they aren't. But there are some people who give their money to the club, and because they donate money or to the club, they feel like they can say what they want to say or treat you how they want to treat you. And I just ain't for that. I would much rather hang around the people who donate their time, which to me I feel is more valuable. And you get to see like down earth people. And so I was in Poitiers for 4 years, and so I built a relationship with the Pick the Ghouls, this volunteer fan base. And so once I retired, a year later, Max and Eric got on a plane. They flew to Richmond, Virginia. They hung out with me for a week. They came to the gym. They got to see the city a little bit. Stayed with me at the house. So that was pretty cool, man. They brought us some gifts for the girls and everything. So that's really, really cool, man. And to me, as a person, that whole human interchange, that's just something that I always loved. I always liked, man. So shout out to Max. Shout out to Eric. Shout out to Le Pic de Goule.
And that's what's missing right now in Poitiers. But it's a topic for another day.
Yeah. We will have to have you on another time, Benoit. We can talk, get into that, man.
We're going to talk about coaching and stuff like that?
Yeah. Not today. Because, look, we've been on here hour 45 minutes. Look, we ain't going to do the Did You Know fact today. Benoit is our special guest today, so we'll say that the Did You Know fact for another time. But we will have you come on and we'll talk about coaching and the interworkings of French basketball, the positives and the negatives.
Is that the poster of Evan back there?
That's the poster of Rasheed Wright, boy. Get it right.
No, it ain't. No, that's supposed to Evan back there holding his shirt.
Yeah, right here.
You can't. Yeah, right there. You can't.
Man, I can't see nothing.
That ain't even a picture of you. How can you prove it?
Huh?
Ain't even no head on that picture.
Guess what? I know. Yeah. Look, and so listen, this is a shout out to Benoit. That year that we won that championship, me and Kenny and that whole team, man, was a very, very, very special year. As a matter of fact, it was like a movie.
We was wilding, dog. We was winning games on some crazy stuff.
Check that out, man. As a matter of fact, it was like a movie, and that's the VMO match, the web series that Benoit started. But that's your boy right there. That's Headless Sheed. That's Headless Sheed right there. And that was the prototype of the movie. He took all that video footage and he made a movie. And in the city that we were in, we had 2 showings, so we had to go to the movie theater, and people came and saw the movie, and it was dope, man. Like we really were on a magic carpet ride. It's the best year of basketball I ever played. The best experience I've ever had. I'll never forget that moment. What about you?
And this is when the talks in the bus started, and that might be the year that this podcast got started.
You know what? You might be right. You might be right, because that is what we're doing. You know what I mean? Yes, we talk about a lot of different things, but I love the human experience. I love the exchange of ideas, and I think that cool people. Like I think Kenny a pretty cool dude. My other co-host couldn't be on here today, Benoit Pistol. But Benoit, cool dude, man, and every person that I stay attached to, that I still talk to, I always feel like I can learn something from. You know what I mean? And hopefully they feel like they can learn something from me. But I'm whatever, boy.
Oh, but I didn't even know I was shaking my head like that. I was just sitting there listening. My bad.
But I mean, I'm a sponge, man, and France is my heart, Benoit, to be honest with you, man. My 2 of my daughters were born there. Rain was raised there. And shoot, I was there 13 years, and I was in Greensboro from 5 to 18, 13 years. So as far as being in one particular spot, I've been in France just as long as I've been anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big part of who I am. It's a big part of who my family is. I'll never forget about France. I'll always come back to France. You know what I mean? Like that experience outside of basketball changed my life, man, to be honest with you. And it has given me direction in the second phase of my life right now. So shout out to France, Vive la France. Shout out to Benoit, man. What kind of clap is that?
It's a golf clap, dog. I mean, what you want, the littlest violin type thing? You want me to? Over here, I love this and I love that. Oh, sensitive self.
Hey, look, you call it what you want. France was good to you too.
What are you talking about? I mean, I've been all over the world. I'm global. I don't know what you've been. I've been all over the place. China, all that kind of stuff. So,
where were you for the majority of your career?
I was there for the longest. Yeah, because I was winning, fool. That's why.
Hey, nice to meet you. Glad to meet you.
That means shoot. I could have went to Limoges. They called.
I could have went to Limoges too. Hey, Benoit. When I left Poitiers, I was this close. I was this close. The only thing that had to happen, I was having talks with them, and what's my man's name, man? God rest his soul, man. Fred Forte. Yes, this close. You know what I was thinking in my mind. I'm about to come back in that black Limoges. What? I'm about to come back in that all black with the angry face. But it didn't happen though. That's a good thing too. Because
you wrong for that, dog. They called and I was like, nah, man.
I couldn't do it, man.
Remember, because they would change stuff off the bus. Like, remember, we used to leave, when we leave after we beat them, they'd be like, come to Limoges. I'd be like, these people crazy.
It was a part of me.
15 minutes ago.
Man, it was a part of me that wanted to do that so bad, but I got too much love for Poitiers, and I can't play basketball when I like you. We came back and played there in Saint-Quentin. Man, I couldn't even. Everybody was Rasheed. I felt like I was at home. I wanted to be mad. I wanted to be like in this killer mode, and I just couldn't. I had a terrible game.
Hey, did we go to Saint-Vallier one time and you play like crap? Or did you play good? I'm not sure what happened.
Say what?
We went to Saint-Vallier one time and played out there, and they had a parade of you, boy. I remember that.
What was this in?
When we was in Poitiers, we went out there one time for something. Maybe it was a cup game or something. French Cup? I think so, boy. They was chanting your name and going crazy. I was like, man, this don't make no sense.
I don't do good. I don't do good in a competitive environment. I don't do good with people like praising me like that. Like I feel uncomfortable. I'd rather everybody be saying, boo, do that.
Oh, trust me, we know you lobbing the ball to people and stuff like that. Yeah, they got to watch that V-Mon match to get all that. That's all in that V-Mon match, all that stuff.
Yeah, man. So let's go ahead and shut this down, man. We almost at 2 hours, man. Benoit, I appreciate you, man, for coming on here and joining us on the podcast.
My pleasure.
Kenny, we'll be on here again next week. Everybody, please continue to subscribe. We'll have Benoit on here another time. I'm sure during the NBA season, we'll bring you back on here, talk some more LeBron James and NBA once the league get going a little bit. But man, I wish you much success in everything you're doing, Benoit. Give all our love to all our friends and family out there, man. 'Cause I consider them people in France like family, man. You know what I mean? The next time you come on va parler en français. On va même pas parler en anglais avec Kenny.
Ouais, d'accord.
Sûr et certain, il avait oublié tous les mots de français, sûr.
Oui, il doit plus rien comprendre. Hein. Ouais. Tu comprends là ou pas, Kenny?
You don't understand what I said. I ain't fooling with y'all. I remember enough, dog. I remember enough.
Mais ici, chez moi, le dimanche et mercredi, on parle que le français. J'essaie de parler que le français parce que je veux pas que mes filles oublient les langues. Et je veux que le deux nouveau apprend le langue français.
Donc c'est super.
Ouais.
C'est bien, Kenny.
You try to put subtitles on the bottom?
Yeah, but it could be too complicated. I asked Ben why we put subtitles on. It's too complicated.
No, first you have to transcript all that you said. It's gonna take so long to transcripe.
Really, I didn't know.
Maybe you can find a software that does it good in English, but in French it doesn't work.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, this has been another episode of Respect the Shooters, and you have just been hit. Please go and subscribe. We'll have all of our social media. There you go, Benoit. Smash that subscribe button right up under this link. We have all of our social media feeds there. Y'all can go and hit us up on Instagram, Twitter. What's the other one? Facebook. and our website, respectttheshooters.com. These videos are posted there as well. So, once again, this is Respect the Shooters. You have been hit. Bang!